Good morning, afternoon, and evening, YouTube. Welcome to another Dawn of War 2 online commentary video. At the request of one of my fellow subscribers who just joined me recently, he requested I play an Imperial Guard game, and here is an Imperial Guard game. Wow, it's like the first time I'm playing Imperial Guard in a proper game, not against the crummy AI. Anyway, before I start, I just want to say a big thank you to all my new subscribers and to all my old subscribers who are still watching my videos. You guys are awesome and really keep me wanting to make more videos. Anyway, this game was titled 1v1 Noobs Only, so I joined and I was like, oh great, I'll just go in and practice my IG. Then I look at my opponent's stats and he's like a level 47 Chaos player. My Space Marine army is only level 25 and I've been playing not that long either, and he had like really high level armies, like level 20 this, level 30 that, level 40 this, level 50 that. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's not a noob, he's like pretty experienced. So this was his great plan of luring unwary noobs, and so I was gonna hope that that my abilities would be enough for me to withstand this vile assault and trickery on his part. Anyway, this map is on some desert map that is symmetrical. There's a victory point here, power node here, victory point here, victory point here. So I was gonna focus on the left side first so I could get the victory point, and yep, I have the Witch Hunter. My opponent Predator 994 has the Chaos Lord. Yep, okay, let me just sort out my frame rates first and I'll get alright, and we're off, and you can see my bright white and yellow Imperial Guardsmen. They will stand out anywhere, so I am just gonna go and capture this little power node here. My opponent is doing likewise. He is I think he has a corn heretics, so he is just pumping his Chaos Lord to go faster. Probably would have been better if they just went straight ahead and captured more points. So I'm going for this wreck point here, so I'm not gonna focus on victory points early game. I'm just gonna focus on power nodes and requisition so I can get I can tech up quickly. So I've got a Guardsman squad swinging right over here, but my main efforts are gonna be focused on the left where this power node is. So if I can get this, I will have one extra power node. Oh, by the way, I am the red team on the map and my opponent is blue, just in case you were wondering. Wow, this game is really long. It didn't feel that long. It seemed a lot faster when I was playing it. Anyway, I'll fast forward some bits because I don't have enough like memory space. So anyway, nothing much is happening right now. We're just capping some points. I'm just going to cap this victory point so my opponent doesn't bleed my victory points away too much. And I've put out a sentinel over here. Oh, speaking of that, I'm talking too fast. So one of my subscribers sent me some welcome feedback and said I talked too fast. So I will try my best not to talk too fast. It's just that I have a pretty monotone voice and I don't want to sound bored. So if I talk like this, hopefully it'll be okay unless I get excited. So anyway, these heretics are just swarming in. I war stomp them, start slashing them with my power sword, and then my Inquisitor starts tying up these guys. Does a special, very nice. Slashing her with power sword. Guardsman arrived to lend support. Inquisitor, like, actually quite a tough hero, but she's not, even though she is offense, she's not a tanky hero. She is supposed to destroy the enemy with fire and guile in her description box. So I've put out an Interrogator's armor which allows my Inquisitor to cloak a single one of my units, and you're gonna see me use that to great effect in this game. So I war stop these Chaos Marines, and the Chaos Lord is taking a beating from two Guardsman squads. Sentinel forced to just kite out of the Guardsman, getting a bit hammered. Sentinel comes back, starts pew-pewing away at these guys. My Guardsman squad is forced to retreat before I lose all of them. Guardsman very fragile, really can't do all that much in a melee. Yeah, so I have fully decked up my power gen over here. My opponent has done the same. And he has upgraded this power node as well. I have this power node as well. And yeah, when I'm pulling out my weapons team over here, my opponent is trying to damage my poor little gen farm over here. So I'm going to cloak this weapons team. And while these guys are unawares, my weapons team is going to go all sneaky like and deploy and force him back. Woohoo! So yeah, got some good model kills on those guys, and now these Chaos Marines are going toe to toe with my Imperial Guardsmen. My Inquisitor calls Hammer of the Witches down on these punks and I'm getting my weapons team to flank them, and these guys are forced to retreat. So, did they lose a model? Yes, they did lose a model, so that was a pretty valuable kill. But I'm losing a lot of guardsmen in the process. But guardsmen are there to be lost. When in doubt, throw more men at it. So I have my sentinel just going to decap this point over here just to be a nuisance. Sentinel is great for back capping, or just back decapping is what I meant. Anyway, my Inquisitor is getting hammered by these guys, but she's pretty tough. And now she's getting shot and pew-pewed and pew-pewed and more pew-pewed and pew-pewed and forced to retreat out there. I'm gonna just kite the Chaos Lord, and I have a really depleted guardsman squad over here. So I'm gonna infiltrate my weapons team again and just inch forward. I'm gonna target on hammering their generators. So that's my weapons team leading the way, and they're deploying. My guardsmen getting shot, and here comes my weapons team, and force them back. Woohoo! Again. By the way, this idea is not original. I had it used against me when I was playing Space Marines once, and I got terribly beaten. So yeah. Anyway, Chaos Lord going for my guys, and wait, I'm just gonna slow this down. And I pull Hammer of the Witches on him at the last second, and he is not gonna be able to hit my guys. He doesn't hit my guys, and he's getting shot by my dudes and pew-pewed. And I'm focus firing him. I'm not sure. Is he gonna escape? No, he doesn't escape. There goes the Chaos Lord. Very, very lucky that I managed to pull Hammer on the Witches down on him at the last second. And I think I'm talking too fast. You know what? That has been going. I've just been hammering his generator. So destroying his fully upgraded gen farm over here is really gonna hurt him. But for some reason, he's been able to tech the tier 2 like real fast. Yeah, I thought I'd have a bigger lead on him, but he didn't spend any power early on. So when I see this Blood Crusher, I'm like, oh crap. There goes the game. So I was like, abandon ship. I tried to get my what do you call it? My Inquisitor with a power sword to slash away at this, but she really can't do all that much. She did like 8 damage to it. Great, fantastic, good job, Inquisitor. Yeah, shoot it with a plasma pistol. That's doing tons of damage. No. So I'm quickly upgrading my heavy weapons team with auto cannon. I don't want to make them redundant by pulling out a las cannon team. And yeah, so now this thing is just gonna hound my base, and I was like, oh crap, this is precisely what I need. My mobile army getting trapped in my base. I do have one guardsman squad. I put a Chimera at exactly the wrong time, and this thing is getting tons of rear arm hits. I'm like, repair the stupid Chimera, please. And what's my weapons team doing? My weapons team's inside. So now this thing is like sort of surrounded. It doesn't know whether to go for my weapons team or go for my Chimera. So my Inquisitor is slashing at it with a power sword, and I'm upgrading my Chimera with missile launchers as well. So yeah, this Blood Crusher, a bit confused who to go for. I probably would have gone for the Chimera. I'm glad it didn't really go for the Chimera, to be honest. And now it runs out of range again, unfortunately. So it's gonna get out of there, seeing as I pulled out a missile launcher. So managed to fend off that little assault and didn't lose any guys. Just got really banged up in the process. You know, I did pull back all my guys, and this my opponent is gonna hit this power generator over here. And he is gaining some pretty good map control and is upgrading his power nodes again. So now I'm in big trouble. Like, I still have slightly higher power upkeep, but his wreck upkeep is like 100 more than mine. Then my Chimera is gonna storm forward over here. Probably should have put some guardsmen in it for a greater fire output, but my guardsmen are right behind it. Gonna pew away with their flamers and their las guns. But here comes this Blood Crusher, and my weapons team is gonna set up. It doesn't fire. Silly me. But I do have my Sentinel firing like crack missiles at it. And yeah, my guys are in a world of trouble over here. Just shoot it, kill it. And yeah, my Sentinel is just kiting away, and is actually gonna lead this Blood Crusher away. And my weapons team does deploy and is facing the wrong way. Fantastic. And my guardsmen do come in, engage with the flamers, actually force these guys back. You know, here my Sentinel is like just in big trouble. Big, terrible trouble. Where gets a missile off, and it has 35 health, and oh my gosh, I'm like, what I do, just shoot it, boom. Yes, and my Sentinel wins. Awesome. And my blood letters are coming in. and my frame rates are dropping, and they are going after a guardsman squad, but I'm just reinforcing my guardsman squad straight out the Chimera, and these flamers are doing some pretty good damage on them, and my Inquisitor is pretty powerful. I've gone in for a second upgrade, a Libra Heresius, which increases her maximum energy, so I've gone for a spellcaster ranged Inquisitor, and the Chaos Lord here, he is getting armor of the Inferno, which suppresses a squad. I don't know what that means. Yes, so anyway, the game has sort of swung back in my favor, but my opponent has a huge lead on the victory points on me. Yeah, so I'm just having this weapon squad here, but this lone dude lets the whole team down. He gets meleeed, but now these Chaos Filth are sort of just wandering into view, and yeah, and shooting them with missiles. I bring another model down. This wall, I hate this wall. This wall is non-destructible for some obscure reason, and units can't shoot over this wall. Why not? Tell me why I can't shoot over. Can the Inquisitor see this guy's like, yes, hello, I can see those guys, but no, she has to run around. She can't even like break through it, but yeah. There were so many times I was trying to shoot guys behind this wall, but like, yeah, there my Sentinel is like not even shooting them, but hello, you can shoot them, stupid Sentinel. And then my Inquisitor almost dies because of like stupid folly. I was like, oh my god, just shoot these guys. I know they can run around the wall in like point blank range. I was like, oh crap, don't present your rear armor, guardsmen shoot. And now my Chimera is like, oh crap, this is not good. Bloodletters are going to town on my Chimera. I was like, guardsmen to the rescue, and pew 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 pew, and down go those bloodletters. And now this Chaos Lord is eating my Sentinel alive, and this guy is like taking on my whole army. That's quite ridiculous. And yeah, he's burning my dudes over here. I'm like, reinforce, auto reinforce, and now my weapons team is getting hammered. And yes, this guy finally dies, but now my guys are getting like burned and dying, and they're being burned and dying more and burned. Yes, dying. I'm like, oh come on, for crying out loud, just shoot these Chaos Marines. Like, no, he has to wander into like bolter range, and my Sentinel's like, oh dear, time to get out there. So oh my goodness, this stupid wall, I hate this wall, man. Yeah, it can shoot over that wall. I don't see. Oh my goodness. Down wall. And anyway, I do force these Chaos Filth back, and eventually, and these heretics almost go down. 28 hit points, and now I'm gonna cap this point over here. So I have gone for a pretty sweet triple cap, and yeah, so tides sort of turning. My opponent has thrown away 2 blood crushers. I know he can't have too many resources left, and I was glad to see I was semi-right. Oh my! Meanwhile, he has pulled out another bloodletter squad. I'm not sure if this is a temporary squad, but it goes right at my Chimera. I'm like, ah, no, my Chimera! But fortunately, my autocannon is there to protect them, and these guardsmen squad, yes, do cap the point, but are forced to bail out of there. Yes, these missiles are hitting these guys. I don't get what's up with that. And then this Chaos Lord is just gonna walk through a hail of fire. He has the blood maul, and yeah, he's just like killing everything. And fortunately, my weapons team with the sergeant, they are not. You can't knock them back, so they just bring down those guys. But my guardsmen are standing in the fire. I was like, ah, what the heck, I don't care. So my guardsmen are getting burned and flayed and burned and killed, and I can just see them dropping dead. Yeah, guardsmen just like spontaneously dying. But I do have a whole crowd of guardsmen just like reinforcing here. That's pretty funny. Just like breathing in engine fumes. And my Inquisitor, I tried to cap this point. In fact, I did uncap this point. Yeah. Yeah, I really should have gone for this point, but I don't know what I was doing here. It would have been much easier, but I tried to charge across the map, cap this point. This is really gonna cost me big time. Just a heads up. So I have my Chimera storming across the map over here, packed with 2 guardsmen squads. I'm just leaving my Sentinel and my auto cannon team over here. I get really confused with the auto cannon team because like the guy is like standing here with lugging this thing on his back, even though it is deployed. So I don't know. I can't tell. And here comes my Chimera, and pew 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 pew. Out come the guardsmen out of the clown car. But oh no, bloodletter's teleporting behind. I was like, oh crap, I have no support. It's just my guardsmen, and my Chimera is like in big trouble. And I was like, yep, there goes the Chimera. I was like, oh shoot. But yeah, I've upgraded my Inquisitor with the Inferno pistol, which is a godly powerful little melter pistol. And yeah, so I lost my Chimera, then I was like, oh shoot. And now these Chaos Filth are coming around. I was like, oh, just shoot them, you stupid Sentinel. The Sentinel was like getting a bit too close for comfort, so I was like, nah, just pull out. And now some Guardsman squad. Oh yeah, oh, I did kill. I should kill that temporarily Bloodletter squad. Shoot, temporary Bloodletters. And my opponent's gone for another Blood Crusher. I was like, oh, when I saw this come out, I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Another Blood Crusher? But he was really low on wreck. I don't know why. I think because I kept killing his dudes. I'm not sure how much a Blood Crusher costs. Anyway, I'm taking the tier 3. So like, provided I can get the tier 3, I have enough units to support any super units I pull out. But if I can get the tier 3, I'll be in like a pretty good position. And I decapped this point. Going for this point really wasn't worth it in the long run. I really should have just gone to cap this point. And yeah, so that Blood Crusher comes like plowing straight, and I'm like, oh crap, that's not good. But you can see my Inquisitor just did like 100 damage with that pistol of hers, and boom, another like 150 damage. And that pistol is like really powerful. It kills everything. I love that pistol. And she keeps a power sword anyway, so she can like tank to some extent. Anyway, I see what happens to my Sentinel over here. Yes, my Sentinel like, kites and moonwalks away. But now these guys are gonna come forward and like decap this point, and that's really gonna put me in a world of hurt. So this Blood Crusher is coming to my base, attack me again. Not a good idea when I have my Inferno pistol. So I put Judgment on, and boom, that just like killed 250 health. And now this thing's taking tons of damage from everything else. And yeah, one more shot, and this thing really a waste of resources over here. And my opponent has a huge requisition and power build up. So he really should be attacking. But what's he doing? He's going for another Blood Crusher. Wow, he's obsessed with Blood Crushers. That is the 4th Blood Crusher he's built. Like, 3rd time, like 3 strikes and you're out. When a Blood Crusher hasn't worked for you for the 3rd time, it's kind of an idea that it's not going to work in late games. And Blood Crusher is only good in early game if you can tech faster than your opponent and you can pin in him his base. But when like I have this Inferno pistol and lots of anti-tank units, and that Blood Crusher is not going to do much. And it'll annoy me a bit, but it's not going to do much. Anyway, I have my Guardsman pew-pewing away over here and getting killed again. But Guardsman with las guns, plasma guns, are really powerful. And oh, down goes that Chaos Squad! Yes! Pesky Chaos Heretic. So, like in terms of who's killed more units, I've only lost a Chimera this game, and just tons of Guardsmen, but I've never lost a squad in this game apart from my Chimera. My opponent's lost like tons and tons of Bloodletters, tons and tons of Blood Crushers, but he's winning the game because I focused more on just keeping the power generators, and this is really costing me. It's like 30 points. I was like, oh crap, oh crap. So anyway, I do manage to like even it to buy myself some time. I'm like, quick run. I'm like trying to just plow across the map. I think I clicked an attack order, so my guys are just gonna like attack power nodes that they see. I'm like, no, don't attack the power node, cap the point. And now it's like 21, 20. And I'm like, oh jeez, this is bad. And I knew there was a Chaos Squad there, but I figured 12 against 2 would be a pretty decent. I was just like, just go, cap the point, don't care about those Marines, cap the point. I was like, cap the point, and my Inquisitor arrives at the rescue, and these Chaos Marines are just smacking my guys. I was like, okay, no, kill these Marines, slash. Whoa, what is that? Wow. Oh my gosh, these guys have Bloodletters, oh crap. And I was just like, cap the point, and the Guardsman squad goes on, but tag team, out comes the Inquisitor, and I do kill those Bloodletters, so those Guardsman squad sacrifice themselves for the greater good. And I was like, 5, and here comes a Blood Crusher. I was like, oh jeez, you gotta be kidding me, another Blood Crusher. I was like, eat Inferno pistol. I was like, no, don't care about that stupid Blood Crusher. But fortunately, I do have a Lehman Rush coming out. Yes, oh yes, the Lehman Rush kills it. Boom, battle cannon to the face. I was like, oh my gosh, cap the point, and these guys are capping the point as well. I was like, cap the point. Yes, I was like, just go, cap the point. I was like, cap the freaking point. These guys are gonna get a cap first, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad. Decap, 4, decap, please, 3, decap, 2, cap, uncapped. Oh my gosh, 3, 4, 5, the 2 victory points. I was like, okay, I've gotten myself a breather here. I was like, oh my god, that was too close, and my opponent was just like lolling away. So my opponent really threw everything he had in that last ditch defense, and it almost worked. It was like a 90% chance his last ditch defense would have worked, but now he's pulling another Blood Crusher. I don't know why he's going so Blood Crusher heavy. And my Leman Russ is just gonna eat it alive, and I've put out Chimera as well. Like, why not? So I know my opponent can't have too many units left, and I see this Blood Letters like going to decap me from behind. I was like, oh no, don't. I sort of knew they were coming. I was like, oh, defend this point. While my Leman Russ like holds their Blood Letter busy, but I upgraded my Leman Russ with the Executioner tank, where it just kills everything. I swear, the Executioner Plasma Battle Cannon kills everything. So I was like, oh, kill these guys, don't let them decap, yeah, and I just pew, and down goes those Blood Letters. And he's pulling out a second Blood Crusher. I was like, seriously, dude, you have so much power. You could have pulled out like a Chaos Pred or like a Greater Unclean one or whatever. But seriously, at this point, he's just throwing all these walkers away. So I was like, okay, that's good. That's another Blood Crusher. I knew my opponent couldn't have had much resources left, but I didn't realize how much of a ridiculous power build he had building up. So I'm gonna hit his power generators over here. So I was just like, yeah, take that, power generators. Yep. I really should have been upgrading these power generators, but yeah, they'll send me upgraded. I didn't want to invest too heavily, otherwise they get destroyed and waste money. So anyway, there's some angry Chaos Heretics over here, and they're gonna try to uncap this point. I was like, oh my god, don't let them. I was like, Leman Russ to the rescue. This stupid wall, my guys weren't shooting. I was like, oh, that stupid wall is gonna be the death of me. And then that thing comes, and I had my auto cannon set up, but it wanted out of range, and my Leman Russ is coming to rescue. I was like, kill those damn heretics, kill them. Then my Leman Russ wandered too close and I couldn't shoot. I was like, oh, you stupid Leman Russ. And my Chimera dies again, but it was good. And now my guardsmen are getting shelled by my own tank, but it's like, I don't care, man up, you little guardsmen. And yep, that Blood Crusher goes down. And now my opponent has absolutely nothing. So I knew he couldn't have had too many units up because I've been killing everything he had. So he's going for some Plague Marines, and I'm just gonna camp my Leman Russ in his base because his hero has been dead for like the longest time. My Inquisitor's level 7. She's killed so many things in this game. She's been great. So I was like, whoops, oh dear, that's quite a lot of turrets. But I was like, nah, mind, just man up. I was like, yeah, I'll just camp in the base, taking a little bit of damage from these turrets, but nothing too significant. But I just backed off a bit warily while my Inquisitor arrived. And out come these Plague Marines, and the Chaos Lord is back. So I've lost 2 Chimeras in this game, and like, these guys are tough. Plague Marines are very hard to kill, and they're taking like very little damage from my Plasma Cannon. I was just like, I put Judgment on this punk over here, but he's really doing a lot of damage. But I put Judgment on the Hammer of the Witches and stunned him, and my Inquisitor just pew-pewing away with a little pistol. Oop, that's Phoenix. Phoenix was just asking me if he wanted to do a game, so once I'm done with this, I'll go play a game with him, and hopefully you can get you some new footage. Yeah, so this guy, he's just tanking my whole army. My Inquisitor is force meleeing those Plague Marines so they can't get any more missiles off. Like, all my opponent needs is to decap, like, just like cap a point for like 1 second. Oh, Phoenix. Okay. What have I done? Okay. Anyway, yes, these Plague Marines are storming forward again. My Inquisitor was getting a bit of a pummeling from them. But yes. Those are some pretty sweet looking Chaos Marines. That's what happens when you let a high level player trick you into playing into a low level noob game. Anyway, my Leman Russ is coming forward. I do have my auto cannon team set up, so they're gonna really unleash some hurt on these punks over here. Yes, my Sentinels like stayed alive. I'm really impressed. Level 3 Sentinel, and my weapons team is level 4 as well. I do call it artillery barrage, but me being new to Imperial Guard, the artillery barrage, as you can see, completely missed and did squat. So Yeah, this Chaos Lord, really no support. Just getting focused fire down by my whole army. And yeah, so I'm just trying to pin my opponent in his base. He has gone for Noise Marines. I really would have gone for some Chaos Havocs with las cannons. I mean, Noise Marines with the Blast Master, attack, like it's a bit like a plasma cannon. Except it like kills, it's really killy as well, and it does some good damage. But really, just get a las cannon team, dude, or Chaos Dreadnought. You have the power for it. Yeah, and his last yeah, what's happening over here? I think I called in an artillery barrage or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so that's my Inquisitor being knocked around. Yes, those Noise Marines are inching forward a bit. Put judgment on one of them, oddly enough. Huh, that's funny. Anyway, yeah, so this is actually a pretty like small force of Marines, but they could actually, if this was the last cannon team, my army would be in big trouble. Because the Chaos Lord could just like walk around and kite everything. And now these guys are wandering in the range of my autocannon getting some good shots off. And yeah, they're trying to sneak around, but they're just getting hammered and shot and killed, and autocannon is maiming these guys. And one Chaos Marine explodes, and Chaos Lord getting focus fire. Lehman Russ in a bit of trouble over here. Yeah, I really don't know where my Sentinel is. I'm just uncapping all his points. Yeah, so only one Noise Marine left, and these Plague Marines are in a bit of trouble. One of them has Judgment. I think he's gonna be the first to die. Nope, that's his mate who died. He has a rocket launcher on him, and yeah, just die. Yes, there you go. He dies. But my Lehman Russ is really battered right now. Yeah, and these guys are just plowing on. All they need is to break my army for 1 second. But oh, what is this? The Emperor's Fury, 11 barrels of hell incarnate. Bane Blade to the rescue. And here it comes. Battle Cannon to the rescue, but it doesn't fire. My opponent admits defeat. So anyway, good game to my opponent. That was super close. Hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I'll see you guys next time. Thongger out.